I'm ready.
Yeah, Mike King isn't a businessman. He's a businessman with his own talk show. On the Mic with Mike is the best business radio program in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the honor, Saraellen. Hashtag Sarah B. How are you?
Sarah be the coach.
Sarah B the coach. That's right. I've learned my lesson. I am officially hashtag Mike King Biz. Hashtag on the mic with Mike. Okay, we're at a new place. Mike King, Saraellen Bagby is here with us. Sports 1061. This is where the game changers come. We are here with you now. 5 to 7 a.m. We're introducing you to a new audience. Let folks know about your multiple business endeavors.
Yeah, so we'll start with hashtag Sarah be the coach. I am a coach who helps people start, launch, and re-energize their own businesses. My specialty is actually in the communication area, how to communicate with your clients, how to communicate with and expand your team so that you have a really good, positive working environment. I also own J Bella Photography. Woo-hoo!
Shout out to the pictures I saw that you did with Dom the model.
Yes, so Dom, this is her second time modeling with me. She is an amazing model here in RVA. And she did some boudoir shots with me, and I call it classy boudoir. Because it's tasteful, it could go in a magazine, and she was so fierce. She looked absolutely amazing, and I was able to provide for her makeup service and her boudoir shots, where she was able to do multiple scenes, and it's just casual photographs of women every day. I am a huge supporter of women's empowerment when it comes to my images, so any of those images that I do are intended to build my women up. And she came out and modeled for me. And I mean, she never ceases to amaze me when she models. So absolutely gorgeous.
You take some excellent pictures, the pictures you take with, whether it is with Sharon Oliver, whether it's kids, family, portraits, things of that nature. You do some excellent work. Let's start off on the business side. The things that we've talked about in the past over at our few past home, we had talked about emotions, keeping your emotions in check. Also, touch on that really quickly, because, we got to introduce you to folks here about, the Saraellen experience. We got to shout out to our man, Al Green. Al Green, a producer over at WJFN Radio, one of your clients.
Yes, we just did headshots last week with Al.
I know. I mean, Al, he looking like the singer Al Green, Al Green is the music producer, man, but
if you come ready, I will deliver.
that is true. Okay, so we talked about emotions, communications. Let's touch on emotions really quickly as we give.
So emotions is part of your communication. How much emotion you put in your conversation will be how much you deliver effectively versus ineffectively. Our emotions, I teach, I actually do a lot of role play with my clients and situations, because your emotions can block your purpose, if that makes sense. So being able to self-check, do a self-evaluation before you communicate something that you have a high emotion on, bring those emotions back down before you communicate it, so you can actually communicate with intention and deliver it that way.
All righty. Communication, big part of letting clients know what to expect, so that we're going to get it clear on the front side. So on the back end, we don't have problems, because
90% of your business is in your communication. And it's funny that you bring that up, because I wrote this down earlier. Frustration, in the words of Sarah B the coach, equals lack of communication. Plain and simple.
Dropping it like it's hot right now. That one, okay. Wow.
Yeah, 90% of the time when a client calls me to help them with their business, and they are struggling with, and in reality, it's a complaint, but it's a struggle to me. Their struggle is the client is taking advantage of something they offer. They feel like they've offered something, but the client wants more. And 90% of the time, it's because they haven't communicated it in the front end. So when somebody finds a loophole, I mean, you think about it, anybody's going to do that. You want to get into something or do something, you're going to find a loophole to do it. So if you add that to your communication up front, whether it's a contract, whether it's verbal, then you won't be frustrated later when somebody realizes you've missed it and they want a little something extra, because it's human nature.
Okay, pricing. You talked about put your pricing out there so that we don't have a question about it. Talk a little bit.
Same thing with the communication. So with your pricing, whatever your price is, set your price and leave that there, because if you are all over the place with your pricing, your client's going to be too. And if you're constantly doing bargains, discounts, offers with no purpose, because I believe in still doing those things. But if you're just shooting them out there because I need a client, you're going to start to attract those type of clients that are constantly looking for bargains and offers. So I believe in planning your sales, planning your promotions, knowing in advance, like, who is your target audience. So for example, today is St. Patrick's Day. I did a 1-day sale for my photography today for 10% off. So knowing what those holidays are.
And we talked about that in the past. Don't be giving up, promotions willy-nilly. Plan out your promotions.
Yes. Yep. And I believe in setting up a calendar and knowing in advance what's coming up. And, I think of like big business. I've always said, if you're a little business, think like a big business. And that's how you grow your business. So I have a calendar. I already know Mother's Day is coming up. So I'm already pre-planning now what my Mother's Day shoots will look like. So I'm not going to wait till 2 weeks before the holiday and be like, oh, I don't have anybody booked. I'm going to go ahead and start putting those out now, because we've got a good, 4-8 weeks coming up, and start making that progression as we go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Saraellen Bagby is here with us. She is our business excellence coach. She's here with us to talk about things to help your business grow. Clarity, that is one of the things that we've talked about before. Like you said, being clear on the front end, alleviate a lot of the problems on the back end. Okay.
And y'all add too, Mike, teaching people not to beat themselves up, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So don't beat yourself up, but look at your agreement or your contract as a moving, living document that you'll always be adding on to. Because just when you think you have everything on it, something's going to come up and you're going to be like, that's not on my contract. It's all right. Add it. Like, that's how we learn. That's how we grow.
Okay. So, we're blasting through things that we touched on over WGFM, because now we're here, Sports 106.1 on the mic. Mike Saraellen Bagby is here with us. Okay. Another one that we had touched on in the past was, what did I just come up with? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you get old. Okay, on the mic with Mike, we are here with Saraellen. She is talking about business excellence. When we have, what are you going to talk about today? I didn't forget.
You know what? I have a perfect one for you. This was actually in my post yesterday. Mike, I am big on growing my business through social media.
Yes.
And I don't know if you read it yesterday, but I was talking about how people will tag your business. So I'm big on having a business page. And I often will, if I have a new client coming up, the first thing that I did was I went to her personal page. If as a client, I go to your personal page and I can't find your business information, that's going to be the first conversation we have on your first session.
So you're saying connecting the personal page and a business page? Yes.
Because a lot of times when we respond, let's say somebody tags you, you're responding, like I respond to Saraellen Bagby. So I may respond and leave my business page, but a lot of those people who don't know me, the first thing they actually do is click on my personal.
Because I'm looking for Saraellen Bagby.
Yes, that's who responded to me. So I want to see the credibility of the person that, is this the owner? Who is this person? So making sure that when they go there and you look at the top part of your social media, your Facebook or Instagram, they automatically are going to see J Bella Photography, Excellence Coaching and Business. So they can then tap that if they don't want to scroll, but they may scroll too. So making sure that on those social medias, you treat it like a face-to-face interaction. So I heavily believe that if 10 people tag my business today, I'm going to respond to all 10. Because I look at it as if you and I were out and somebody said, oh my goodness, I'm looking for a photographer. And you said, hey, this is Saraellen Bagby. She'd be great. I'm not going to pause and keep moving. But I see a lot of people on social media will be tagged. They never respond. And for a lot of clients, they're still visualizing it as a face-to-face interaction. So one of the things that I do and that I recommend is copy and paste your pitch. What's your pitch? I know that mine is, hey, I'm Saraellen Bagby. I specialize in weddings, portraits, and events. You can find me at JBella RVA, and then I also put my address. So I copy and paste it. The only thing I need to put in is who I'm talking to. So if Susie tagged me for my photography, I'm going to say, hey, Susie, thank you. Hey, Melinda, who's actually looking for the photographer, and then I copy and paste the rest.
That's why I have you here. Like that.
And because for me, if it were a face-to-face interaction and Mike said, hey, Saraellen's a great photographer, I would not leave you hanging. I would say, hey, thank you for introducing me. I would love to give you my information. So we've got to be a little more proactive about that on social media in order to grow your business. Treat social media as if it were a face-to-face interaction, and you might get a shot to actually see that person face-to-face.
All righty. So now, see, this is what happens with Senior Moments. It came back to me. Because this,
okay, what do you have for me?
You have multiple businesses. Let our listeners know about your calendar. We ain't talking JBella photography when it's time for business coaching. Let's talk a little bit about keeping things separate so that you can run your business efficiently.
Absolutely. So this calendar does not.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is with the book. She got one of them, it's almost like a trapper keeper for my kids.
I'm an old school girl, and I'll admit that
daytimer.
my one opportunity is getting more technically savvy. But I can open this baby up. I can look at it. I can see what's there. I can tell how long it's going to take me, and I can see the whole month at a glance. Versus the tablet, I've got the whole month, but I can't see the details. If that makes sense. Okay. So for me, most of my photography is in the afternoons. I do sunset and sunrise images for outdoor. And then I do weekends. As you see now, I do my boudoir on the weekends. That's usually an entire day event because we'll do a few people in a day. My coaching, I set up by appointments Monday through Friday. And then people have the option to join a 6, 8, or 12-week program. And then we meet for an hour each week based on what their goals are, what their needs are for their business, and which ways I can support them. And so we don't mix the two. They're totally different time slots.
And everybody raves about your coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, Saraellen Bagby is here. We got to go away and pay some bills. We'll be back with more with Saraellen in just a moment. On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program around, because we got people like Saraellen.
Thank you.
That's me as a recruiter. I love that. All right, ladies, we got to be back. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks now.
Have you ever wondered why you see the big green junk lugger trucks racing all over town, hither and yon? It's because we've taken an eco-friendly approach to junk and furniture removal. Instead of dumping items in the landfill, we work with local area charities to donate, repurpose, and recycle the items, keep them out of the landfill, and give back to the local communities to those in need. You can find out more about us at www.junkluggersofcentralva.com or give us a call at 804-299-3814.
Hi, Chef Michelle here of Mama Michelle Cafe, home of the Soul Rolls, located at 10811 Whole Street Road. Give us a call at 804-912-1644 or order online at mommamichelle.com. Ask about our off-site catering options as well as our online ordering through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Follow us on all social media at Mama Michelle Cafe. That's Mama Michelle, Soul south of the James. Mention Mike on the mic and get a free dessert on us. Special rules apply.
Whoa, are homes disappearing before you have time to make an offer? Are you getting outbid over and over? Folks, you're missing out big time if you don't have a proactive, experienced real estate team working for you. Sellers, if you want to make a killing in this market, let me create a feeding frenzy for you. I'm Bernice Sim, and I run the Happy New Beginnings team with RE/MAX Commonwealth. We help you win big. Let's chat. 804-874-8890. Are you ready for your happy new beginning?
Hey everyone, it's Heather Marie Speaks, and I'm on the mic with Mike on Mondays at 6 a.m. on 106.1 FM, bringing you encouragement, motivation, and mental health awareness with a little bit of fashion infused. Join me every Monday at 6 a.m. on 106.1 FM, and I want to personally invite you to my newest venture, Queen Bee & Company, an English tea, wine, and event venue located at 21 West Main Street in downtown Richmond. Come and enjoy high tea, host your special event, or stop by for some self-care and mental health, and just enjoy a nice cup of tea. I look forward to seeing you soon.
This is Danielle Fitzhugh, the president of the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce. Listen to us on Chamber Wednesday as we talk about how to promote, protect, and invest in Chesterfield businesses. Tune in to 106.1 on Wednesdays for Chamber Wednesday so you can listen to how we can support, invest, and promote your business right here in Chesterfield County. Find the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce at chesterfieldchamber.com or on all of your social media accounts at Chesterfield Chamber VA.
The world is starting to open up. Are you ready to date? Bloom Matchmaking is a safe, effective way to meet successful professionals. Everyone is vetted, background checked, and all matches are based on scientific compatibility. Let Bloom Matchmaking take the stress out of dating. We offer a personalized experience. Your success is our success. Contact us at bloommatchmaking.com or give me a call at 804-244-1398. Bloom Matchmaking, where love grows.
My name is Jimmy Comer, co-owner of RBI Services. RBI can help businesses and individuals with their accounting, tax, and insurance needs. With over 20 years of experience, we will properly guide you at a fair price. Whether you need accounting, tax preparation, or insurance, contact us to see why we say at RBI, it all begins with the relationship. Call us at 804-677-9516. RBI is a proud supporter of Better Together as they help support families of children with complex illnesses.
Welcome to J. Bella Photography. We offer weddings, portraits, boudoir, and event photography. We also offer hair and makeup for a complete confidence boost, capturing memories and building confidence for women every day. You can find us on Facebook at JBellaRVA, and you can also find us on Instagram at JBella_photography_RVA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the mic with Mike, the best business radio program around. We got to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Like a shout out to our second hour sponsor, Andy Taylor and Junk Luggers. So if you have things around the house that you want to go away, stuff people, not people. So if you want people, if you want stuff to go away, give Junk Luggers a call. They are eco-friendly. That's why they have the lime green trucks. Also, we had heard our friend Heather Marie speak. She is going to be in our Swagger Studio series this Friday, coming to you live from the Common House. So Heather Marie Speaks. She's an awesome singer. She is a spokesmodel. She is a domestic abuse, I guess, survivor, as well as a mental health person. So she's going to be with us, and she'll be performing this Friday in our Swagger Studio series. Okay, got that out of the way. Saraellen Bagby is back with us. So we talked a little bit about, okay, I'm stealing your time.
No, you're fine.
You know me, I'll go off on a crazy, on a crazy rant there and try.
We're going down memory lane.
Right,
so
because
that's good.
we have new people listening.
Yeah.
Before we had the conservative folks, now we're on the sports.
Yeah.
On the sports station. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about your business, what you offer to business owners and the type of businesses that you're looking for, and what can you offer them to help them. We know what you did for Al Green with the coaching.
Yes.
He swears by it. So let's talk a little bit about that.
So, and that's why I start off with a consultation, so I can make sure that the person on the other end is going to be able to get beneficial information from me. So my ideal client is somebody who works in the customer service industry. I just say that my strength is getting you clients. And that reason that ties back to communication. I have had many years experience working with businesses, growing and developing businesses, and the majority of it is through client service. So anyone that needs support in that area, or even trying to really know how to be able to, some people open businesses, but they're not a people person. I believe wholeheartedly you have to be a people person. You have to be able to connect with people. And if there's a willingness, it can happen. And aside from that, I also help people with just getting their businesses started. So I have a few clients recently that we went as far back as, okay, we need to go here to get our business license. We need to go here to get your logos made. So we start from scratch and then we build. I do a lot of building through social media. And it really depends on where that client is. And I ask a series of questions and then I create a plan for them. I know my most recent client is a up and coming photographer out of Tennessee. And we had a call last week and I literally wrote her, you know, she had the option 6, 8, or 12 weeks and she wants 12 weeks. So I pretty much wrote a full itinerary on let's get you started with your business license, all the way to the goal setting of where she should be at our 4-week mark when it comes to having and gaining more clients, and where she should be at her 12-week mark. By the 12-week mark, the intention is that she should have her photography business really established and be able to run it and continue the marketing, the promoting, and all of her pricing, her contracts, her agreements. We will all have all that completed.
Okay, I found you through social media and I said
Yeah.
to you, your social media game is fire. And you said to me, yeah, I know. Okay. Yes,
Yeah, and to me, it's generic because for me, that's the type of person that I am. And my background, for those that don't know, on the news station 106.1, for 19 years, I worked in the salon industry. There were times where I had anywhere from 9 to 13, 14 salons at a time. And my role was to develop those salon leaders, teach those salon leaders how to communicate with their staff so that they can keep a good retention rate. And oftentimes I would even leave my area to go to different states, and I would coach and mentor other salon leaders in order to rebuild and reconstruct their teams. I also facilitated classes that were strictly customer service, because customer service to me is 99% of my business. I think it is the majority of most people's businesses, and a lot of times that's what's missing. And then you have people who can provide a wonderful customer service, but the first time somebody does something that they feel is an attack on their business due to personal reasons, they sprawl off on social media or they start bashing what the client looks like when it's not the client. It was one incident. And again, I'll go back to what I said earlier. It was their lack of communication, because you can't communicate what you don't know. And that's where a coach comes in to support you.
Okay, now you touched on something that brought up something a couple weeks back.
Yes.
I was upset with the client. I went to social media. I lit him up. And you say don't do that, and explain to our listeners why you don't do that.
You don't do that because a lot of times there's so many reasons. And again, my coaching crosses over from business to personal. Our lack of ability to be able to control our own emotions usually will come back to bite you in the butt. The outside clients that have nothing to do with it, they will jump on that post. But you're going to have some really good clients that you don't want to lose that are going to look at that and think, if I make a mistake, are they going to talk about me like that?
And the one who messed up know they were the one.
Oh, they absolutely know that they were the one. And the other piece is, how many times, and you think about this in the restaurant industry, how many times have you had a horrible experience and just explaining to the person why it wasn't good, they went above and beyond to fix it?
Yes.
And all of a sudden you've had an amazing experience. That can happen in your customer service too. So just because it wasn't a great experience and someone is bashing you, you still have the ability to fix that situation and make it right. So, and the cool thing is, they'll brag about you. They'll forget what happened wrong. They'll be so happy that they got a complimentary service or whatever the case may be. And then you use that learning and you add it to your arsenal of things not to do in the future, and you make your business better.
Okay. In the past, we've also, ladies and gentlemen, Saraellen Bagby is here. She's a serial entrepreneur right there, very successful businesswoman. Talk a little bit about when you talked about joining groups, the value of joining industry.
I'm glad you brought that up. So groups are a phenomenal way to increase and boost your business. And it's so funny. I just talked to a friend of mine who's a local author recently. And I said, hey, I just thought of this tip for you. I wanted to send it to you. But we get so caught up sometimes in joining our industry group. For example, I'm in 21 million photography groups. And that's great, but it's not always where your client lives. So if you're in a bunch of groups, but you have no client growth, you're in the wrong group. It's not that you shouldn't be in groups, you're in the wrong one. So for example, if someone is trying to boost their newborn photography, being in the newborn group is not a bad thing, but your clients don't live there because there's 20 million other photographers they could go to. Instead, I highly recommend and suggest find your mommy groups. Find your local groups that help moms find out what to do during the COVID months. And then you target those groups and you always read your group rules, always talk to your admin and find out, hey, you know what? I want to throw an event this weekend. It's specifically for moms. It's going to be COVID safe. Can I share that in this group?
Wait, okay, hold on a second. So you say when you go to the group, check with them first so that you don't run afoul of the group, is what you're saying.
Yes, because a lot of groups are very strict and they will kick you off. That's not your group. And I'll shout out here Richmond Events and Happenings. I don't know who's in charge of that group, but that group helps me significantly. They have 35.5K members on that group. I post weekly, sometimes multi-weekly. I hope they don't get an overload now, but I post my photography business. You know why? Because it's where my clients live.
Okay.
Every time I post in that group, I get a response from somebody, I get an inbox from somebody, I get a booking.
There you go. That's the way it's done. Okay, how can people find Saraellen Bagby?
So you can find me in two places. For photography on Facebook, you can find me at jbella, JBELLA, RVA. On Instagram, it's jbella_photography RVA. And for coaching and business, you can call me anytime for a consultation. You can log on to Excellence with an X, XCELLENCE, Coaching and Business Planning on Facebook. And then you also have Coach Excellence Coaching and Business Planning on Instagram. I'm on both and constantly posting motivational tips. You can also tap the hashtag Sarah Be the Coach and get all of my recordings, posts and everything that have been posted from me using that hashtag.
Tap the hashtag Sarah Be the Coach.
Sarah Be the Coach. I am the coach for you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, on the mic with Mike with our branding guru, Saraellen. She's here with us weekly. Make sure you check her out. Her social media game is fire, and her counseling is on point. Plus her photography. Again, one last time, shout out to Dom the model and the things that you do. She's here with us. Make sure you check her out. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in on the mic with Mike.
Thank you.
We are here. Up next, we have our friend Jimmy Comer. Jimmy Comer of RBI fame is here with us, and he's also a man in the nonprofit world. So he's talking with us. We'll talk to you on the other side. Thanks. Now, take care.
Thank you. Bye.
All righty. Take care now.